Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm joined by a special guest, Aidan. Today's video, we are going to be spinning a wheel and going to the stadium of the club that it lands on. So, of course, we're only doing Glasgow clubs today because I don't drive, Aidan doesn't drive yet. So, we're hoping to get there by bus or train. So we've not got that long, so we're kind of cutting it down to Glasgow clubs. But without further ado, let's spin. The current time is literally 6:48 PM, so we've not got that long to do this. So we've got Celtic, Rangers, Queen's Park and Partick Thistle, Firhill, Celtic Park, Ibrox and Hampden, or Lesser Hampden I suppose. Aidan, we've got the wheel up. Do you want to do the pleasure as my guest?
Yeah.
Please do not be Celtic Park, actually. Was it Queen's Park? Oh my god.
Queen's Park.
Queen's Park. We are going. There you go, there's a confirmation. We are going to Hampden.
Interesting.
I don't know if we're going to have enough time for that, because that is a trek from here.
Yes, it sure is.
We can either get two buses or one quite long bus and then a 40-minute walk or something. So, Aidan.
Let's get on the road.
Let's get on the road to Hampden. Aidan, whilst we're on our way to Hampden, you're a Morton fan, so I thought I'd ask you. I don't really know my history about your club, but I'm hoping you can tell me this. Have Morton ever had much success at Hampden?
Yes, well, Morton won in 1922 against Rangers, winning their first ever trophy.
Right, okay. That's you. You're not coming back in videos anymore. You're done. And I believe round this corner, yep, there we go. First view of Hampden. Now here we are, the team that we have came for, Queen's Park FC. We've done it. From a spin of the wheel, we're here at the home of Queen's Park. Here we go, QPFC, Queen's Park Football Club. Now, here we are at the City Stadium. The City Stadium, of course in Glasgow, also known as Lesser Hampden, was originally built in 1903. It's located beside Hampden Park, as you will see, and it is owned by Queen's Park Football Club themselves. Since 2023, the stadium has been sponsored and named the City Stadium by City Facilities Management. As you may know, or may not know, Queen's Park, to this date, 2025 April, play their home games at Hampden Stadium and not their own, the City Stadium, and let me tell you why they don't play here. So I'm pretty sure the reason why they don't play here at Lesser Hampden or the City Stadium is because the club started building this stadium when they were a League 2 team in late 2019, early 2020. They started the renovation of Lesser Hampden into what we now know as the City Stadium, with construction beginning after the main Hampden Park Stadium was transferred to the Scottish Football Association in August 2020. The club initially planned to redevelop the ground into a 1,774 capacity stadium, but a revised plan was released in December 2021. In June 2023, Queen's Park agreed to return to Hampden Park for home matches, with the National Stadium pitch being fully renovated following a concert. So I do believe that Queen's Park decided to go back to Hampden as this ground was too small for them. Of course, you can understand why they would move, because they did start renovating Lesser Hampden into the City Stadium when they were a League 2 side, so of course you're not going to get as high crowds in League 2 than you are in the Championship where they are now. So to be fair, I see why they've done it. 1,774 seats is not enough for the Championship. Now, I believe we'll be able to see in Lesser Hampden, or the City Stadium, through this little gap. Get my Insta360 camera through. There we go. Don't know if you can see that very well, but there is the pitch. Also, a good thing to note, the Scotland national team do use Les Hampden as their training ground. Thanks to Aidan for that knowledge. Here we are at Hampden Park Stadium. Now, don't mind the Celtic and St Johnstone badges. Of course, the other day was the Scottish Cup semi-final between Celtic and St Johnstone, so that's why the branding is probably still there. But if you were to ask my honest opinion, I think a lot of other people would agree with me. I don't see the point in Queen's Park playing here because Hampden is very soulless when Queen's Park play here, to be honest. Queen's Park Football Club, founded in 1867, is the oldest football club in Scotland and the 10th oldest in the world. Cannot believe that. They were pioneers in the development of football, notably organising the first official international match between Scotland and England in 1872. What a year 1872 was as well, the year that my club Rangers were founded. The club maintains an amateur ethos and their players don't receive professional pay. And of course, the former Queen's Park player Andy Robertson is now the current Scotland captain, so that is another interesting fact for you, since a young boy did play for Queen's Park, then moving on to teams like Dundee United, Celtic, and then, of course, currently Liverpool. Did also forget that Robbo played for Hull City, can't forget that. Built Hampden Park in 1903, which became the world's largest stadium, and it also became Scotland's national stadium and is still owned by the club. Now, the current capacity of the home of Queen's Park at the moment, Hampden Park Stadium, is 51,866, which is bigger than Ibrox, making it the second biggest stadium by capacity in Scotland, but of course not the best because Ibrox is. Right, if Aidan's quiet enough, you'll hear my echo saying this. Rangers! Glasgow Rangers! Did you hear that? I did. Right, SCN, you know we're doing a challenge for a video right now, spinning the wheel and going to the stadium, which it lands on. Where do you think we are right now?
I think you are at Artificers for Hill Stadium.
Are you certain?
Yes, I'm 100% certain.
It's a big camera. Now, if you have gotten really intrigued by this video, on Queen's Park website there is a history of the club section where you can read through the whole history. There's absolute tons of information on here, so make sure to go and check that out. Well, Aidan, there we go. There concludes our challenge and trip to Hampden. One spin of a wheel has ended us up here. What did you make of it, Aidan?
Yeah, it was interesting to know
about all the history?
Yeah, all the history about like Queen's Park, how they've moved different stadiums to get their own stadium. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that concludes it, so make sure to like and subscribe down below. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I've been Leon, he's been Aidan, and we have been on a challenge to find out about Queen's Park FC.